I kind of want to have something that kind of cuts through a little bit, and I can kind of leave cleaner than the other one or two guys playing that have a little bit more distortion, or they're using humbuckers. Because then when you put it all together, you know, live, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. You get a blend of like a humbucker sound and a single coil. This is like a short scale with flat wounds. You're like adding all these little details to make a smorgasbord of flavors.
A charcuterie board of sound.
Mothership Gear.
So I was on Instagram and I saw my friend Khari of Faunavision posting this picture of this really cool looking kind of Gibson SG kind of style body. It had a really cool blue color, and it turns out it's a Kalamazoo guitar, which was made by Gibson as a budget-friendly brand, and they made it at the Kalamazoo factory out of this like composite board that was also something to do with toilet seat manufacturing, and it's a really cool story, and I'm excited for you to learn more about it.
We asked Khari if he would want to bring it on Mothership Gear, and he said yes.
Khari is a self-proclaimed gear slut who watched the show particularly for our PV episode, and so he brought a bunch of cool stuff, and he also was able to send some gear home with Loren of Loren's Emporium to get it modded, so maybe we'll be able to do a cool episode on that in the future as well.
If you like weird, unique, vintage guitars like Khari's 1969 Kalamazoo, then you'll love Mothership Gear, where friends meet friends and swap stories about gear.
Enjoy the episode.
Being polite. I was like, Spencer, is Mo texting me right now? Because I had her is saying,
You're just like this guitar god. You're like, I know everything. I'm the brains behind Mothership
I know.
Gear.
I was like, damn, she knows all these amp people and like air. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's me.
Hello and welcome to Mothership Gear, where I am joined by my new friend Khari.
Hello.
Who's bringing us a cool vintage Gibson by another name. Kalamazoo,
yes, and it was made in the same factory as they make all the other Gibson stuff.
Nice.
The only difference is that the body is porcelain. Am I right? Is that what we call it?
I think mother of pearl. It's like a composite instead of wood, right?
Yes. Yes, but the neck is still wood, still nice. And then the tuners are changed to Gibson tuners.
Smart decision.
Yes. And
Keep it in tune a little better.
Yes, and it has a Melody Maker pickup. So it's the same as all the other old 1960s Melody Makers. It's just the body is just different. It's made different.
Yeah. And what made you decide to grab this guitar over a Melody Maker? What caught your eye?
Okay, so I actually saw one of these in white on Instagram. And I was like, if I ever see one of these, I have to buy it. And because there's two body shapes. There's this shape, and then there's like kind of like a knockoff Strat.
Yeah, it looks like a weird Fender.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. And I don't like that one. And that one's always on reverb and stuff. So I wanted one like this. And I was just looking online, and I saw a reverb ad for this. And I was like, oh, it has to be already sold. But I clicked on it, and it was for sale. So I was like, all right, do I risk it? Do I get it? And I was like, yes, I got to get this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy with my choice. It even has like that the pick guard is like a little off white, so it kind of adds to the like vintage kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
it looks. I think I've seen like pictures online of this guitar, and it looks like this weird cross between like a Fender and an SG. Mm-hmm. And it's not totally like a Pelham blue. It's like this different color that Gibson used just for this model.
Yeah, and it has the headstock is almost kind of like Fender-esque.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I like it so much. And I think it the blue kind of may have faded a little bit with age too. So that might be what we see.
I wonder what it looks like under the pickguard. Maybe it's like this vibrant blue, but
it might be.
That like adds to the allure of the guitar that it's aged and faded.
Yeah, it's all off. It's off white, off blue a little bit.
Yeah, and you were saying a Melody Maker guitar pickup. So is that a single coil?
Yeah, so it's basically like a single coil pickup. I think they were trying to rival the Strat kind of tone in the 60s, and they still put those in like the more expensive ones, but for like I guess this was like maybe a kid's guitar, like
a student model.
Yeah, to kind of like compete with like the Sears guitars and all that kind of stuff that was happening at the time.
Yeah, and
so it kind of has a rinky-dinky kind of sound, but that's what makes it cool because it's not completely like a Melody Maker, which like sounds really good and is kind of a little bit more pristine, I guess.
Yeah. Well, give us a riff.
All right,
let's hear what it sounds like. That's awesome. And you're playing flat wound strings, right?
Yes, so flat wound 12s, and then it's tuned to D standard. Just because I don't want to put too much tension on the neck, and like I kind of like the flat wound sound. It kind of just has a little bit of more warmth, I would say.
Especially in D standard, you're getting like a little lower note. Is that easier? Do you sing and play?
Yes.
Is that easier to kind of sing, or does it matter?
Well, it's funny because I record a half step down for a lot of my songs, and then I decided to tune this down a full step basically. So when I play live, I can do the high notes a little more consistently.
Oh,
you know, for live performances and things like that. So this was the guitar I chose for that, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing in a band with 2 guitars or maybe 3. I kind of want to have something that kind of cuts through a little bit and I can kind of leave cleaner than the other 1 or 2 guys playing that have a little bit more distortion or they're using humbuckers. Because then when you put it all together, you know, live, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. You get a blend of like a humbucker sound and a single coil. This is like a short scale with flat wounds. You're like adding all these little details to make a smorgasbord of flavors.
A charcuterie board of sound, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you're trying to like figure things out and like find your identity, it's never something that you think about and you're like, this is me. It's just what you come across as you go through
your music journey.
Yeah.
You pick up little pieces and then they turn into you instead of you pick up a guitar and like, I want to be this person. I'm getting a Strat. You just find a guitar like this and then it ends up being your sound.
Yes, absolutely. And that's even with that thought process of like with Strats and things like that, I kind of consider this my Strat. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my version of a Strat. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, cool. Well, I'm so stoked that you brought this in, and you're playing through a couple different pedals. You got this lo-fi kind of vibrato sound going on.
Yeah, so I'm using the TC Electronic Tailspin, then a Super Chorus, a Boss Super Chorus from the 80s with the bluish grayish label at the bottom, because you can tell the difference between if they're analog or digital based upon that at the bottom.
Oh, cool.
So if you have like the bluish grayish or the dolphin pink at the bottom, then that is a little bit, that's analog. If you have like the dark gray, then that means you have one of the ones that were made from 2001 and beyond, and that's digital.
Those were, I think, if I remember correctly, pink was Japan, light gray is Korea, and then dark gray is Taiwan. I think they like moved them around for construction and add like these different labels. I remember I'd be searching for Boss pedals and everyone's like, black screw, silver screw, flat, and then which label? I'm like, what is the difference?
Yeah, there's a whole boss cult on Reddit about this stuff. And so that's what I played one in the studio, and I was like, why does this boss like Supercore sound so good? And then I looked under and I was like, that's a weird label, and it was pink. So then when I looked online, I realized, oh, okay, so there's specific ones between like 1983 to 89, and then there's 91 to 2001. And in 2001 and beyond, that's like the digital ones. And so when it doesn't outrightly tell you that, but if you look at the schematics of whatever everything inside, you'll see the difference.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so I try to buy things that sound analog, sound as real as possible, and kind of have their own little warmth to it.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yes, it's fun to do analog stuff. It's nice to add different textures to your sound, and analog pedal here, digital pedal here, tube amp here. It's
yes, solid state, DI, whatever you want to do.
Exactly. Well, awesome, very cool. How do people find you online if they want to hear some music or see some more gear?
All right, so my band is called Faunavision. We are on Instagram. You can check us out there. You can check us out on TikTok. Wherever you like to go. Actually coming out with an EP probably in May or July, and you'll hear all of these tones on there. Yeah,
sweet, very cool. Khari, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in to Mothership Gear, where the gear is good, very good.
I was like, when you were going for it, I was like, he doesn't have a slogan.
I know, I was like, what am I doing?
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Mothership Gear. We really hope you enjoyed it. And a big thanks to Khari and Loren for giving us the rundown of this 1969 Kalamazoo KG1.
Before we go, do us a huge favor and like and subscribe on this channel here at Ildefonso Inc. so we could deliver you more amazing content. And we hope that you enjoyed this episode on the Kalamazoo KG1 guitar. And from all of us at Mothership Gear, we will see you guys next time. Later.